And this time they gave us the machine F and the machine G as tables of values. And so if they ask you to find G of F of 2, what this is really saying is you have two machines. You have your F machine and then your G machine, with a little conveyor belt in between. And if you threw in a 2, what would happen? Well, the 2 would first go into the F machine, and according to this chart, what would come out if you threw 2 into F? Would come a 0. That 0 would go on the conveyor belt, hop into the G machine, and if you threw a 0 into G, out would pop a 1. So the answer to this is going to be 1. G of F of 2 is going to be 1. Now you're not going to want to draw a little, well, maybe you do, they're kind of fun. You're not probably going to want to draw those machines every time, but that's a nice visual for you to see what's happening. For showing your work, I would probably do this. You do the inside of brackets first, just like you do it in order of operations. Inside the brackets is F of 2. F of 2 is equal to 0. So I would say that G of F of 2 is equal to G of, and I replace the F of 2 with 0. And then G of 0 would be like, okay, now I have to go to this table of values, because that's my function G. If I plug in 0, I get 1. So in part B, G of 2. I like to make my brackets different sizes when I have a whole bunch of brackets, just helps visualize it a little bit better. So first of all, starting inside the bracket, can you tell me what G of 2 is? -1. And what is G of -1? Back to 2. Well, that's kind of cool. So I wonder what this is. Would that be 2? Or would that be -1?
-1.
How did you figure it out?
Erase like 2 times, like when they're reduced 2, just
And every time there's 2, they would go away. So if you have an even number, it's going to be back to 2. There was an odd number of G's. 1, 2, 3, 7 of them. So it's going to equal. Imagine 5 pages of an exam, just G brackets. And you're like, oh, I was just counting. Or you could do this one the slow way, and first replace this with a -1. And then replace the next one with a 2. And then replace the next one with a -1. And you keep going until you get the final answer. Okay. Circle question number